You guys want to check out some new gear? Let's check out some new gear. What's up, guys? It's Tom. Welcome back to the lab. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my life. Today, we are going to do something that is a first for the channel. Something I've been wanting to do for a while now. I have been doing a ton of marketing videos and I want to start branching out into different types of content. I think that there's a broad spectrum of value to be brought with all things music. And so today, we're going to go down a rabbit hole that I am very excited about. This is the first of hopefully many unboxing videos. We're going to be opening up the Tonor TC20 XLR condenser microphone. Tonor hit me up, offered to give me this mic to check out, to unbox, and to let you know my thoughts about. And in return, they're going to be offering a 15% discount at the link in the description of this video if you want to check this mic out after you see what it's all about. So let's get into it. My first reaction when looking at the box when I opened it up is that the branding is pretty on point. It's something I look for with a product. Every time I buy something, I'm always looking at the logo. How does it communicate? How does it feel? I know it sounds kind of nerdy, but that's what my thing is. I'm into it. And everything kind of works well with this. I like how clean everything is, and I think that it all goes together quite well. They've got their coloring on point too. So I was actually really excited to dig into it once I saw that everything is kind of on point from the get-go. Now, when I opened the box, as you can see, there's several things in here. The first thing is this big spring arm, which will, I assume, upon first look, mount to your desk and allow you to sort of swivel and attach the mic to it. So now after the spring arm, you can see there's this big clamp that attaches to your desk, and the spring arm will obviously go into the top of that. Next, we have the shock mount, which is where the mic sits, and that'll screw onto the very top of the spring arm. And then lastly, we have the mic itself, which comes in its own individual little baggie to protect it. My first thought when I've lifted the mic out of the box is that it's actually got a really good weight to it. You don't know what sort of build quality you're going to get with a brand you've never heard of. You don't know how it's going to feel in your hand. And generally speaking, in my experience, if it feels kind of hefty in your hand and it feels like it's this solid metal construction, which this is, it's not cheap plastic, it's actually a really good metal construction, that says to me that it's probably going to be a pretty good quality build. So the materials are on point. It feels good in my hand before plugging it in. And everything I've pulled out so far feels like it's well put together. It feels like it's constructed of solid material and not just cheap plastics. Once I removed the foam layer that everything else was in, I discovered that there's an XLR cable in there. It looks like it's about 6 feet, which should be plenty to connect from the mic to my interface, which is just right next to my desk. After that, there's a pop filter that goes onto the mic itself. That's not something I'll probably use in this environment, but if I were ever using it outdoors, it would be a good option. More than likely, if I'm going to use a pop filter, it's probably going to be this one, which is the sort of standard Singer's pop filter that connects to the stand and then goes in front of the microphone. So even this seems to be a pretty good quality build compared to sort of the cheap starter version you can get at your local music shop. And then after that are these Velcro ties, which is an added bonus in there that I wasn't really expecting either. There's 4 of them, and I had a little trouble getting them apart, which tells me that they should work pretty well. I thought that was a really nice little touch that they added in the box there to help you sort of with your cable management. I'm definitely an organized type of guy. My desk doesn't have very much clutter on it, and so it was nice to have this sort of forethought in the packaging to come with the product. I thought was a really neat thing. And so, yeah, that's it. That's everything in the box. You've got your boom arm, your clamp to go onto the desk, which will support your boom arm, the shock mount for the microphone to sit in. You've got both of your pop filters, your XLR cable, your Velcro ties, and then of course the microphone itself. Once you've got it all out of the box, it all really comes together pretty easily. It's a really thoughtful setup. You just attach the clamp to your desk and stick the boom arm into it. From there, you just screw on the shock mount, put the mic in it, connect your cables, and you're good to go. Now, it's worth mentioning that this mic does require 48-volt phantom power, so if you don't have phantom power, you're not going to be able to use it. Outside of that, as long as you have phantom power, you should be pretty well set up to go with it. It's a cardioid patterned microphone, which to me is very attractive because that means I can angle it away from my monitors and not worry too much about feedback coming from my monitors. So now that we know what's in the box, I'm sure the big question is, well, how does it sound, right? You want to know if the mic sounds good or not. It seems to be constructed pretty well. Everything is really well thought out in the packaging, but if the mic doesn't sound good, then there's no point in using it, right? So here it is on my desk. I've got it recording right now. I'm recording with my shotgun mic above me, and we'll just A/B that. So right now you're listening to my Rode shotgun mic, but if I switch over to this mic, this is what it sounds like without any effects on it, nothing, no compression, no additional EQ. If I get right up on it, you can hear that the bass gets a lot more pronounced, but it gets a little thin if I back off from it too much. So I think using the pop filter and being up on it a little bit is probably going to be the best way to go about it. But then if I add the channel strip settings that I use for my overhead mic, which is what I normally make my videos with, you'll see that it sounds definitely different and a little bit better. So with some processing, we're able to make it sound exactly how we want to. So all in all, I think it's a good mic. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised at how well put together it is and how good it sounds. Like I said, you just never know what you're going to get with a brand you've never heard of, and Tonor seems to have done their homework. I'll probably give this mic a shot on a few different applications, and I probably will test it out on vocals just to see what it sounds like. For the price point and for what you get in the box, I mean, I think it's a pretty good bet. If you want to check this mic out, there's a link in the description of this video, and you can get 15% off of it for a month after this video goes live. So that's it for this one. If you like this format, let me know in the comments. I know this is a new thing on the channel, but it's something I want to do more of. So if you're feeling it, if you want to see me review any gear, if you want to see me unbox any kind of gear, any type of gear, let me know. I'd love to do more of it, and I would love to have your feedback. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.